Hey everybody, I am excited today to share about Kate Poole and Hunter Moon Homestead. They are artist retreats and vacation lodging, and Kate Poole and I have been kind of collaborating off and on the last couple of years. I've really enjoyed watching her homestead grow, and if you want to check her out on Instagram, she's at Hunter Moon Homestead, or online at huntermoonhomestead.com. And she offers some really fabulous artist retreats all about making and really in touch with nature. It's really, she's really got an amazing thing going in Idaho, not too far away from me here in Oregon. Anyway, Kate makes handmade watercolors, and they are all out of non-toxic materials. And so we were talking, and she asked if I'd be willing to share some of the colors that she's made, and she sent me a really fabulous color palette, which I have put out here. And I have to say that I tried to do an unboxing, and I unwrapped everything, and I looked at the video and the lighting was just terrible. And so I started over, which is why you're seeing everything like it is right now. I'm still going to demo all the colors and how that they go on and show you what colors they are. But I just couldn't, out of the goodness of my heart, share a video with such poor lighting. So it's something that I'm working on technically, and is probably one of the most frustrating pieces of what I do, but it's also a fabulous way to share. And I just really wanted to show Kate's colors in beautiful lighting. So it's a sunny day in Eugene, Oregon, and I've got my one big window in my studio with the curtains pulled back and my lights on, and I am going to just come in and share these beautiful colors with you. So here is the little box that everything came in, with some fabulous paper with her branding of her homestead and some botanicals, which I will be saving for potential collage fodder, which we can't ever have enough collage paper, correct? Or ephemera, however you want to call that. And she sent this little postcard and says, "Hi Deanna, I hope you enjoy these. The indigo is made with real indigo and mixed with clay. And the texture is cracked, but the color is amazing." And she sent 3 extras to play with. And we're going to go through all the colors today. And they came in this little tin, and each one, here I'm going to take these out, hang on, she has them also labeled on the back. It's going to be upside down probably, because some of them are upside down to me. She does have them labeled on the back. And I'm going to gently put these down. But they also came in some really fabulous papers, also with her little homestead mark or brand on it. Oh, and she sent me gold. And if you've been watching what I've been doing lately, I am in love with gold. So that gold is fabulous. And so they come wrapped in these little papers, and she has the color sample on the paper, so you can keep these for reference cards. And then she also has the name written on the back. So this was the indigo. I will never get it back in there. They came wrapped like this, like little professional artist pans wrapped in little paper, with the color sample and the name. And so this one is emerald, and This one is ocean and olive. Think of like those bright green olives, Calavetra olives, I think they might be called. Italian olives. My husband likes to smoke them in the smoker and have smoked olives. This is pine, indigo. This one is burnt umber. I don't know about you, but with the browns, I always have to look back and see, was it burnt umber, raw umber, moss. I love the moss, and the berry. I love the berry. And the gold, I don't know if you can see how bright that gold is. It's really interesting because in the light, in certain aspects, when the light's right on it, it will be like this fabulous solid gold, and then when it's off to the side just a little bit, it's almost translucent. Smoke, which I really love, a black, and blush. And then I just did some sample cards also, which we will demo here together. So I'm going to move these out of the way and actually put them back in here because I'm going to get them wet. I'm going to use the shallow side of the pan. I'm going to keep these up here for now so that I remember what they are. Put that off to the side. All right. And I love to make little sample cards just to test what colors I like together as far as color palettes go. So we'll make some sample cards as well. All right. So first things first, I'm going to get these colors wet, and I like to use a spray bottle, but you can also just drop water onto each pan and activate them. The indigo is made of clay, and it is as if you were working with dried clay, so it is kind of fragile feeling. Everything is made with non-toxic materials, and you can see the different colors that Kate has online. You can buy them individually. Sometimes I think she has palettes, but you can buy them individually and then you can create your own palette. All right. And they activate really, really fantastic. This is emerald. Really, really pretty. Looks like it has some blue in it. This one is ocean. A couple of the colors, like this one and smoke, almost feel like a gouache, where they're not quite as translucent. This is olive, almost like a green gold. That's really pretty. And this one is pine. I think I have a little bit of my green gold in there accidentally. Green gold, olive. That's really pretty. really beautiful colors as a palette if you were interested in having a set of blues and greens. Maybe you like to do coastal, or they would be good for spring right now, for spring botanicals. This is Indigo. I really want to dig into this clay a little bit more. Let me see if I can get in there. There we go. Indigo is such a beautiful color. Gorgeous. This one, next one is Burnt Umber. If I'm working with blues and greens, personally, I need to have a warm tone. I just prefer warm tones in general over cool, or using, you know, some, like this green is warmer to me than this emerald, for instance. So just having some warms with my cools, it works. It's more appealing to me. Maybe because I don't like to be cold, I don't know. This is Moss. Right now I can tell you that Moss, Olive, and Ocean are going to be some go-to colors for me, and Berry. I love the Berry. That's really beautiful. Almost looks like it has a little, well, I mean, of course it would have red and blue in it, but red leaning maybe. Alright, this is the gold. Let's see how fabulous this is. I don't know if you can see, but the pigment, the brush really picks the pigment up really well on all of these paints. Let's see if you can get that in the light. I can't really tell what's happening, so it's beautiful. A little translucent, but like I said, when the light hits it a certain way, it looks completely opaque. Really, really beautiful. And this also, this smoke is quite opaque and gouache-like to me. And I like this one. I like it. It's almost like a matte color. And here is black, which is a nice solid black. Seems like a cool black. Which, as blacks go, I probably lean towards more of a cool black. Like, I like to use Payne's Gray or Payne's Blue Gray as my darkest darks, and they do lean cool, but I think that makes sense. So anyway, and this one is Blush, which also is a little opaque, and I really like having the variety of opaque and translucent, and I think that when you have them washed together, that can be really beautiful. Alright, so let's do some let's do like a sample wash. I'm going to tape this off a little bit. So what I'll probably do is go back in and write the name of the color underneath. So I've left enough space to do that. And then I've got my own reference card for this particular palette, and I have the palette set up how the reference card is. And I like to do that. It's really handy. You could also take these and, which I may do as well, on another card, just tape them or glue them all down, and they would make a great reference card. They've already got the color on them. But if you want to arrange your palette in a certain way, then I think it's helpful for me anyway to set the palette, to make a reference card based on how my palette is set up. Like I was saying, I can't always remember what the browns are, and sometimes the blues as well. When they're dry, it's hard to tell which color it is, and so that is helpful. Alright, I'm going to get a little bit of a bigger brush. Let's see. And let's see, this is a 12, and I'm using Artegria Intuition round brushes. And let's see, let's look at these. So this is Pine, Olive, Ocean, Moss, and Blush, and then I did put a little bit of gold in there. This one is Burnt Umber, Berry, Moss, Olive, and then just more water to create a lighter olive shade. I like that palette. The Burnt Umber even almost looks like it has a little berry in it, or purple in it. This is the Smoke, Berry, Moss, and Blush. And when they dry, they're very granular. I don't know if you can see that, and you can even feel it a little bit. It's very interesting texture. I really like it. And then just doing kind of a monochromatic palette. This was Pine, Emerald, Indigo, and Ocean. That's pretty. Maybe I'll do that. We'll do a couple. Alright, let's do this one. So Pine. And then I like to come back in and let it bloom a little bit with some water. Let's do Emerald. It's really pretty. And Indigo. Let me get in there. And this one is Ocean. That Ocean I really like. It's almost like smoky blue. And I'm just coming back in with some more of that emerald. Not emerald, that's Pine. And I think I will do the same, see if I can get some more pigment from the Indigo. And less water. Kind of creating some bloom effects there. And I'm going to do a little bit more while everything is wet. And then we can see what it looks like as it dries. All right, I'm going to set this aside for a moment. Over here. And then let's do some of these. Let me get a smaller brush. I really like that raw umber and berry, so we're going to do that. I'll let that berry bloom into the burnt umber. I'm going to do that with all of these and let the moss also bloom into that. And then berry, olive. I cannot paint and talk at the same time sometimes. Oh, those are really beautiful. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to let all of these dry eventually. And what I would do, my practice would be to, you know, come back in and add pen and ink or other marks with paint. Like this one, I didn't give it enough time to dry, but I did some mark making on that one. I did add the gold to that one as well. And I think, let's do another sample card and then I will do some wet on wet, or wet on dry. I love that green and berry. Let's see, what haven't I used? Let's do, what if we do black? That's black and smoke. I'm going to come back in and drop some more black in here. And I do love the berry, so I'm going to go with berry. It's so interesting to watch the paint react. I don't know if you saw it go backwards. That was really cool. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. That's really pretty. Do you see that bloom of gray in the blush? That's really pretty. Interesting. So let's play with, which one do we want to play with? This one maybe? Get a smaller brush, and sometimes I like to just come in and do some of the same color on top of the color that's already there. So let's do this one. Oh, I need more. So you can see that is doing the wet paint on dry paint. And let's do that same color, but so that's the berry on the burnt sienna. And then now I'm going to do the, let's see, what color should we do? We'll just kind of keep things similar. I think I'll do just some lines in moss across the top here. So this is moss on top of a really thin wash of olive. And that is also moss. Moss on moss and moss on olive. And I think I'm going to leave that for now. So that is, let's see if we can get these all back in picture. These are Kate's really fabulous watercolors, and I'm really excited to be able to share them with you. I think they're all there. And experiment and explore. And like I said, you can find Kate at huntermoonhomestead.com or online at Instagram at Hunter Moon Homestead. And you can see her colors that she has available on her website. And if you stay tuned on my Instagram, you will see things that I make with her colors, and I will definitely be indicating when I have used her colors. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you some inspiration for a Saturday or whatever day you're watching this, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.